meeting.
Do we have a second?
Can I second it, or am I not allowed?
Oh, because you weren't here?
I'll second. Okay, can I second it even though I'm not there?
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Graham,
Yeah, I'll second it. I was here. Yeah, so I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. It's in. So moving on to old business. Feedback from the Board of Selectmen related to survey. So we approved, so we went to the Board of Finance and got a confirmation of the funding. So I believe Peggy has signed the contract to do the feasibility study. And they should be getting started soon. And Lauren, I think you were gonna reach out to the owner, whomever, and make arrangements for accessing the site.
I did reach out to OLM, and I let them know, Graham, that you would be contacting them to coordinate and who all of you are and who the contractor is.
Yep.
And I wasn't in today, so tomorrow when I'm in, I will scan a copy of everything to everyone so you all have it, including the contract for the study.
Yeah,
I didn't pick it. Did Peggy? I didn't pick it up. Did Peggy sign, or we're still waiting? She signed.
It's signed. I just have to scan it to you guys tomorrow, so you have a copy.
Okay. Okay. I just want to mark that down.
Okay, and I gave him a heads up, and it probably would be a good idea to have a committee actually go to the building, since I don't think a lot of people, I assume everyone's walked the outside, but I don't know if anybody's been on the inside recently. So I assume the committee would be interested in doing that if possible. So I'll see if we can do that. Socially distancing appropriately, of course, but so I'll discuss that with them when I connect. Moving on, any discussion on that, or are we all set? Okay. Moving on to item 4, the deed restrictions update. So I think they said 2 weeks ago, they said like 3 weeks. So I don't know. I reached out to Peggy to see if she'd heard anything. I don't believe she has. She didn't respond. I don't know if anybody's out. I don't know if Lauren or anyone has heard anything further from the title search. Not the deed air search.
So Peggy's actually on vacation this week, which is probably why she hasn't responded. I checked her email though, and I haven't seen anything come back. So I sent a follow-up to the attorneys and asked them for a status.
Okay, yeah, I figured a couple of weeks, so probably wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks for doing that. Moving on to number 5, public outreach process. So maybe Lauren, if you could update us on where we stand, and I think we're gonna extend it a little further, but maybe.
Yeah, so your survey results right now, you have 75 responses to your survey. And I think yesterday I sent you guys some raw data, which probably came over as a lot of just a lot of columns, a lot of words. But I'm going to try to get to you by Friday, just an overview of how people have answered, how people have responded. And then if you want to keep the survey open past the 8th, you can certainly do so. I have a reminder going out tomorrow to encourage more people to take the survey. I was surprised that you guys kind of stalled at 75, and I think that there are more people who have opinions that haven't responded yet. So hopefully they'll get the reminder tomorrow, and you guys will get a bunch more responses between now and next week. But I'll update you at the end of the week with the number of responses again.
Lauren, I didn't receive any data.
Okay.
If I would have, I would have jumped on parsing it immediately. So.
All right. I had downloaded it and drafted it yesterday, so maybe I forgot to hit send before I left yesterday.
That's okay.
So I will go and I'll do that. I'll get that out to you right now.
Cool.
Got it. Okay, so you'll send it out. So, okay, so we'll continue. We're probably going to likely continue it all. If people think 75, I think we can get more than that. Would be good to get more than 75. The government use committee is at 105, I think you said. So we gotta do better than that. This has got to be a more interesting topic than government.
Okay. Lauren, what about the text message that got sent out?
Did you guys get a second text message by any chance? No. Okay, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. So what the webmaster said to me what I thought might have happened with that is when we send something out, we have to categorize what it is. So I thought perhaps, like in the case of Joey getting the one text for the government study committee, that perhaps the webmaster had labeled the two surveys under different headings. For instance, maybe she put the government study under Board of Selectmen because it's an ad hoc committee of the BOS, and she put you guys under a building committee because there was some confusion. She swears that they were categorized the same and that he should have gotten a text message for both of them. I asked her to resend it last week. I think it went out Thursday or Friday because I did get the email, but I had signed up for the text too, and I didn't get a text for either one of the surveys. So I don't know what's going on with the website. I've asked the webmaster to look into it. I've asked her to confirm how everything is being sent out, because I think we definitely are losing some people if they're not getting the text message. Not everyone checks their email all the time. So I'm hoping that whatever this glitch that is happening with the text is going to be resolved. I haven't heard back from her. I emailed her again about it yesterday, and I have not heard back. She's not in the office, so unfortunately, I don't really know her hours right now. So she kind of gets back to me, randomly throughout the evening. But I will keep you guys posted as soon as I know what happened and how we're going to fix it for the next round of reminders tomorrow.
So just for future reference, so understand, so this is going out to people who are on the emergency text thing, or what sign up are they for? So
no, this goes out to everyone who has signed up for notifications through the website for town notifications. It's a different system than those emergency notifications. The emergency notifications are through Everbridge, which is a state program. Any town business goes out through the website subscribed list.
okay. Yeah, because I didn't get the text, but I get email sometimes, so it's a little confusing.
I got the text for the government study.
And not for yours.
Yeah.
Just like Joey. And I didn't get a text for either one.
And you're signed up for every
Reminder got
notification
sent
there
out.
is.
What was that?
And you're signed up for every notification there is.
Yes.
Well, that accounts for our substandard performance relative to the government committee, undoubtedly.
Well, we stopped pushing it too. It limited itself after the article, and then after I'll sling out another post on social media.
I was just going to ask if you would put it on Facebook again. Probably a good idea.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I'll put it in I'll have the same people like and share it again, even though it will probably only get to the same number of people. But
So I don't think I saw it on Facebook. Maybe can you send everybody an email on how to look for it? And I can definitely share it through my Facebook as well.
are we okay?
I'm wondering, even within our own network, I don't know that we're all connected to each other, or maybe seeing our own updates.
I think you and I are connected.
Okay. I think we are on LinkedIn. I can't remember about Facebook.
Yeah, we're in the same circle of people.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't get that, but I'll make sure to look for it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll send it.
Got it. Okay, so we'll continue. 5B, newsletter feedback. So assume we're-
So I didn't write one for last week because there was really nothing happened last week. But I'll definitely be writing one this week because of we put out we have some things to talk about this
Right.
week. So I'll write one this week. I sent an email out to, where am I here?
Jesse?
Yeah. I'm looking for Jesse on my email here. I sent an email out to him about when. He got back to me a couple days later. But I'll send it out to him this week. So the 23rd. So their editorial meeting was the 24th. Yeah, so they probably have an editorial meeting on Wednesdays. So I'll skip something out to him real fast tonight.
Great. Perfect. Let's see, item 6. So I think we already covered that. It's been approved. So we'll get that going hopefully in a week or two. Let's see, new business. So other items.
I don't have it.
I mean, one thing I think in terms of the format for how if we do go with an RFP in a format, we probably should start thinking about maybe what that format might look like. It would be good to like compare what the last committee, the Academy School put out, just as like a starting point. If we can get our hands on that. Was that issued by that was issued by the town, right? By the Board of Selectmen? Previous administration, I assume. So if we get a comment, start thinking about that format and how we would, and not to say we do the same thing, but it'd be good to know what they did format wise. And I think our charge is only to make a recommendation to the Board of Selectmen, but I assume that'll be part of something we probably want to structure.
Yeah. Quick question. Is there a and then this goes to my lack of knowledge for how everybody's taxed. Is there a schedule of what everything is zoned and how that zone is taxed?
I think that's up to the vision appraisal people. I think it's more location than.
Right. So
zone.
R3 and R1 have this. R3 and R1 are appraised or are assessed at the same percentage of appraisal.
I'm not sure. I mean, that would the vision thing would probably are based on per acreage, but I don't know how they factor in how close you are to the water and so on and so forth.
Okay. Al, can you speak to that, or should I call the assessor?
Ask that question again, Jason.
So properties in Madison are assessed. They have an
Yes.
assessed value and appraised value, and they're assessed at a certain percentage of what the appraised value is.
70%, as I remember.
70%. Is that every property? So
Yes, that's
R1,
my-
R2, R2U, R3. I think green space is assessed differently, is it not? Or is it just appraised differently?
Well, that's my understanding, Jason. Maybe maybe this committee would like a formal communication from the assessor
Yes.
to make sure that we understand how the town is currently looking at that piece of property. Would that be helpful?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Is that up to us to reach out to the assessor in writing to ask for a formal communication?
I think between Lauren and I, we can figure out how to do that.
Because that's going to be, I think that's going to be a data point that we're going to
Yeah.
want to look at when we take our, not necessarily for our what options are feasible, but for what options are tangible.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think there is an assessor's card. I think I've seen it.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
And
a
even though
card
it's-
for Island?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a tax card, even though it's a yeah.
I thought the committee had it, but.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we
I've seen
have.
it
I
too.
think it's probably on the,
No, we have the tax card, but I'm talking about for looking at future uses. So let's say that the septic feasibility study comes back and says this can support, 28 people, right? So that, at 4 people per house, that comes up to 7 different properties, right? And my assumption is everything else down there is zoned R3. My assumption would be that it would be, R3 zoning because everything else is, and they would just be really, really large lots. So my question is just, how are the different properties zoned? How would it be zoned if it was a dog park?
Mhm.
And how would it, and what, so we have the what financial value we're adding to the town. We have the, what non-tangible value are we adding to the town by doing something like that. So we need to find some way to compare when we finally have our, narrowed down our feasible options to narrow down our feasible options to ones that are actually doable.
Jason, I wonder if it would be better to make inquiries of the assessor after you know what the options are.
I don't have an opinion on that. I would think that it would be 6 of one, a half a dozen of the other. If they have a schedule, if they don't have a schedule and they just look at everything individually, they can't just say, well, for this we do this, for this we do this, for this we do this. Then yes, I believe that is probably more appropriate to ask for it that way. But if they just have a schedule, we can apply the schedule to whatever options we have.
Okay.
The revenue generate. But we can
we'll
wait
start-
if you think it's appropriate to wait. I'm just trying to.
Well, we'll start the conversation
Yeah,
with
I'm
the
just
assessor.
I'm just trying to hit low hanging fruit here for stuff that we
Yeah.
can expedite our process a little bit.
It's a fine question. Good data point.
Good. Let's see. Any other new business? Anyone? I mean, I think we're still in, like, data gathering mode here. Hopefully within the next 2 weeks, we'll have some of the, have better handle on the data. We'll know the air, which is the big wild card, or have some idea where we stand with the air.
Yeah. I'm going to start parsing that as soon as I get it. I'm sure. And I can
What
send
is
that.
it? What is the status of the air? They found one and there's another one involved, or?
They hired a third party to do a family tree search. They know the family line. It's in the Wilcoxes. The grantor of the original property died without leaving any direct descendants. So they're going back to a spousal relationship and going back and taking that back down. But they're using Ancestry to try to track that down. So, potentially, if that line is dead, they may have that age is past. There may be second and third generation. So we could have a situation where we have 4 or 8 or even 16 potential heirs, depending how prolific they were. And then you get a situation that becomes a lot more complicated.
Do they have, I devil's advocate, do they have copies of the will of the family that passed? For a trust, is it?
I think the princess had a sister and the sister passed. And didn't leave any children. But she died
Okay.
overseas. So I don't.
No,
And so this was a right that I don't think it was included in her will. She didn't really think about it. I don't believe. I suspect in her will, she and her sister was not really cognizant of that. 50 years ago, they had given some kind of rights back to first refusal.
Yeah,
But the
I
Wilcox
mean, it's-
family,
going through this myself, in the past, you're hoping for success, but I could see there, if somebody put some wordage in some type of trust or will, I could see it would get complicated real fast, but, you hope for the best.
Yeah, but I
Rich,
think
the
the
firm
Wilcox-
that's doing the search got access to all of the documents. And they're going to eventually have to satisfy a judge. So
Yeah,
there's quite a bit of research going on here.
yeah, I can imagine. It's more than just a title search. All I'm saying is it justifies, they're justified.
right. Well, I'm told that the Wilcox family, which she married into, where she got the property, is a well-known family, owned a large section of town in this
Yeah.
area. So there's definitely, I believe, Wilcox, it's a name you hear around here. So hopefully they'll find it. Hopefully it'll be simple. It'll be just one heir. And he has no interest in developing the school.
Well, I don't think it's, and I don't want to, but I don't think it's the heir. I think if any documents that are out there, it's the language in the document. If for any reason there was a trust, that's where I think that the attorneys would look at. And then, like Al said, it would, if there's a dispute, then it would go in front of a judge, but
Right. Because if you have multiple heirs in different size families,
yeah.
that's where it gets complicated. Who owns what share of it? But it's
Gosh,
only
that's why they
it's at
get
the
paid the
Supreme
big
Court
bucks.
now. If you have a family of 3, a family of 2, and a family of 1, a friend of mine's doing the Harvey Hubble estate, and there's 3, 2, and 1 kids, and they're all the grandsons, and they're going to the Supreme Court over the entire Harvey Hubble estate.
Oh,
Whether
yeah.
you split it 3
Yeah.
ways or 6 ways,
Yeah, sprinkle in a divorce or two and then other families, it's like, oh,
Right.
okay.
So Ancestry's on it. I'm completely confident they'll find the family tree at least.
They find out a lot. I got one of those subscriptions. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I've got a
Can one of us
relative who,
just volunteer to be adopted by the family and call it a day?
that occurred to me, yes. I offered the attorneys that option as a end around. They wouldn't take me up on it.
No.
No.
No. They're actually hoping for the other path. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
They bill by the hour, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But hopefully we'll know more in 2 weeks. Okay, so Lauren, I assume we didn't get any public for us? I can't shake Gus out of his slumber. He's missing these.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
I gotta remind him. I gotta track him down. So, well, I guess unless someone has any other input, I guess we can make a motion to adjourn. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, anyone make a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
A
Second.
second.
right,
All in
go ahead.
favor?
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous? Thanks for everyone. So, and Jason, when you get the data, I'd love to see how many votes Dog Park gets. I'm calling for a dark horse.
I put it in there once.
I mean, you can't vote 27 times?
No.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, great. Have a great evening, everybody. Thanks.
You too.
Thanks for joining us,
Bye.
Al.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Thanks, Lauren. Bye-bye.